Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I want to get used to saying it at the beginning of the video. For some reason, I always forget it. But, this video is titled ishowSpeed is in China is 1000% chance Chinese propaganda. Now, is what they're saying true? I don't know. Let's find out if it's true and see if what he's saying is accurate. And this is going to be a really good thumbnail, so I'm probably going to take that.
Speed, it's my absolute pleasure to have you come to Chongqing because Chongqing is an international city. You know, we're gonna have fun here. So is that a dragon? China, here I come.
Hold on, wait, speak Chinese again.
欢迎来成都。
Hey, sweetie, it's working.
Wow!
Hey, bro! I speak Chinese!
Long What the fuck?
First of all, if you guys have seen videos from North Korea, what this video is pretty much saying that this is like the example of North Korea, where if a tourist comes around, they orchestrate everything to where they make it look perfect, make it look like it's the best, so that way, you know, it doesn't look so bad in the mainstream media.
What the fuck are you doing in China?
Hey, Messi! Everybody step back! Messi. Step back!
What are you doing in China?
Calm down! Hold on!
Ronaldo in China!
Alert, we have breaking news. ishowSpeed has been compromised. How dare he visit China and actually have a good time? We all know China is supposed to be a cold, dystopian, gray industrial wasteland where people walk around in silence, scared of the government, right? That's the script.
Oh, that's...
What's up,
Tony?
Tony.
But no,
What?
instead, he's out here smiling, running around like a kid in Disneyland, and get this, he's not being arrested. The audacity. Clearly, this is the work of the CCP, because everyone knows that China is supposed to be miserable, oppressed, and most importantly, unlivable. And yet, here we are, watching a man have the time of his life. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a crisis.
One thing that I will say is what ishowSpeed did has literally shown so many Americans what they're missing out on. I mean, he has shown some technology that are in China, and it's like, holy crap. And keep in mind, China is not a democracy. So do what you will with that information.
Me, bro! You want to show me your meat? Yes! Woo! Greetings from Xi Jinping, man!
What? What is he saying?
Okay, let's start with the biggest problem here. China is attractive? Like visually appealing? Hold on, where are the smog-filled streets? Where's the dark and gritty cyberpunk aesthetic that movies promised us? Look at these cities. Skyscrapers that look like they were designed in 2050, neon lights everywhere, high-tech malls, and streets that, wait for it, don't have potholes every 10 feet? Something's off. I was told everything in China was supposed to look like a dystopian factory zone, not a futuristic dreamscape. Oh, and the high-speed rail? Nah, this one's gotta be fake. It moves at 350 kilometers per hour. It's quieter than my thoughts. And, worst of all, it's on time.
Look at this. Wow. Wow. That's incredible. And it's gone by the time.
Meanwhile, in the US, I can buy a train ticket, take a nap, wake up, and still be stuck at the station waiting for a mechanical issue to be resolved. So clearly, this is just Chinese propaganda. No way they actually made public transportation that works. Also, why is this thing so clean? There are no food wrappers on the floor, no mysterious stains, and nobody's having a full-blown argument over whose seat is whose. How is a train supposed to be this peaceful? I don't trust it.
So yeah, see, when something that Americans have been thought for so long, and then they come to realization that they were lied to, it's extremely difficult to let go of that. And so some people are literally saying that ishowSpeed is a spy. Some are saying that he got paid by China. They will say anything and everything to justify to themselves that the best way of living is here in America. And one of the best things that I heard was, if American was to see how free the world is, there will be an uprising the next day in America. And I have seen a lot of things from outside of America. And it is true. I'm not going to lie to you. It's true. For example, Dubai. Did you know there's no tax in Dubai? But for some odd reason, if you see the way they're living, it's far better than and the way Americans live. If Americans are being taxed on almost everything, when they get paid, they get taxed. When they pay somebody, they get taxed. When they buy something, the money that you use to buy something, they get taxed on that. And on top of that, we don't even get free healthcare. The streets are terrible. Veterans are sleeping on the street. Schools are doing far worse than ever. The education system has failed us. Our government is taking billions of dollars. Instead of investing it in the American people, they decide to send it to where? To the Middle East. You would think that things will get better. You would think education will get better. The street will be better. We'll have a lot more than what we have now with the amount of tax that we are paying. But rather, it's the contrary. Rather, I will say this. You may not think it, but here in America, we are living like slaves. I'm going to say it. We are living like slaves. The only difference is that we have accepted it.
Now here's where things get really confusing. Chinese people are supposed to be cold, rude, and completely brainwashed, right? That's what we've been told. So why is everyone speed meets acting? Friendly? Why are they smiling? Why are they happy? Where's the aggressive nationalism? Why isn't he being interrogated by secret police for breathing incorrectly?
Propaganda.
Instead, people are waving at him, giving him gifts, and laughing at his antics. You're telling me that millions of Chinese people were not specifically trained to be hostile towards foreigners? That can't be right. This has to be an elaborate setup. Maybe they hired 1.4 billion actors just to fool Speed. Look at this. This guy is just excited to see a foreigner having fun. Where is the dystopian oppression? I demand to see oppression.
Oh, we're lagging. We're gonna lag. We're underground. Chat, if it lags, don't leave, okay? We're under tunnel. You can't get signal under the tunnel. We're actually not lagging? Yo, China's crazy. We're underground and we're not lagging. Y'all have like internet underground too? It actually...
All right, this is where we enter full science fiction territory. Everyone knows that when you go underground, your internet is legally required to turn into potato mode. No signal, no data, just you and your thoughts, staring at a blank screen, wondering where your life went wrong. But somehow, Speed is live streaming, underground, in a subway tunnel, in China, and it's running smoothly? The stream isn't lagging? His chat messages are appearing in real time? That's not possible. I was told Chinese technology is all fake and stolen from the West. Meanwhile, my phone loses signal if I stand too close to a tree.
Well, commuters in New York City will soon find it easier to stay connected while riding one line of the subway. The MTA is adding cell phone service and Wi-Fi to the Grand Central Times Square portion.
This is the American experience. You step into the subway and boom, no service. You're completely cut off from civilization. You can't even load a text message, let alone live stream. But in China, people are FaceTiming their grandmas and casually playing online games. While underground? That's not fair. In fact, it's downright suspicious. China must be using some kind of forbidden technology from the future. Or maybe, just maybe, they actually prioritize infrastructure. But
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right there, man. I'm gonna leave the link in the bottom so that way you can go watch the whole entire video for yourself. And if you don't want to hear my monologue, or if you made it this far, please don't forget to leave a like. But one thing that I will say is China did something right that Americans do not do right. What is that? They have prioritized the living condition of their people. Now, I don't know much about China. I'm not gonna lie to you, but based off of what I'm hearing and seeing, let's be honest, it's a positive. Why? Because underground, where the internet is strong, now that's something I've never heard of here in America. Let's be honest, man. Some of the servers, I mean, look, I'm not gonna go on the whole entire monologue, bro. Go ahead and watch the whole video for yourself. But one thing that I will say is, if you truly want to understand the world, you have to travel. That's it. Don't let the mainstream media tell you this country's bad, these people are poor, these people are blah blah blah. It's all a way to make you think that this life that you're living, this is the best of the best. There's nothing else that's better than this. I mean, it could have been. With the amount of tax that we're paying, let's be honest. America could have been the best country in the world, but rather we have prioritized other countries, other states over ours. You ain't gotta take my word for it. Just go outside and look for yourself. Look how many people die of drug overdose. Look how many people are sleeping outside. Look how many homes have been built, but nobody's living in them. And most importantly, look at the interest rate.